There's a moment in every man's life when he realizes he's been trading his energy for the illusion of freedom. He thinks he was chasing money. He thought he was pursuing wealth. But what he was really doing was trying to buy his way out of distortion. It starts early. A boy sees power as currency, and so he starts collecting what the world rewards: approval, status, achievement, success. He learns that power comes through performance, and wealth becomes the scoreboard. He begins to believe that freedom can be purchased, that if he just builds the right business, hits the right number, earns enough leverage, he will finally be able to exhale. But the breath never comes, because money is not freedom. Money is an amplifier. It doesn't fix what's incoherent, it just makes it louder. You can feel it in the men who become wealthy, financially wealthy, but never arrive. They still need to prove, they still need to posture, they still need to consume, because their field isn't built for coherence, it's built for validation. And so their money becomes an extension of their fragmentation. It feeds the distortion, it funds the fire, it creates the illusion of strength, but not the presence of structure. The coherent man holds money differently. He does not chase it, he doesn't fear it, he does not perform for it. He respects it, but he does not obey it. Money is not his compass, it is not his proof, it is simply a current, one that flows through him cleanly when the architecture is aligned. Most men who suffer financially don't have a money problem, they have a field distortion. Their lives are noisy, their relationships are entangled, their energy leaks through emotional debris and unspoken resentment. They try to earn before they contain, they try to scale before they structure, and so their income rises, but their integrity falls. The incoherence compounds. The clients don't land, the partnerships fail, the launches misfire, not because they're not good enough, but because their field cannot hold what they're trying to carry. And this is why money responds to coherence, because money is a mirror. It reflects your signal. And if your signal is distorted, money either avoids you or it arrives in ways that cost more than they give. The coherent man builds differently. He does not build to be seen. He does not build to escape. He builds because the structure demands expression. And when he builds that way, the field rewards him with everything he needs, not all at once, but with precision. He earns cleanly, he invests deliberately, he spends in alignment. There's no emotional leakage, no drama with debt, no identity collapse when the revenue dips, because his structure does not depend upon it. The man whose identity is fused to financial performance will collapse when the market shifts, but the man whose coherence governs his field will remain absolutely unshaken, even if it all burns down, because he was never building to escape the fire. He was building because the fire had already cooled. This is the currency of the coherent man, not cash, not crypto, not clients, clarity, containment, clean action. He does not sell. He does not convince. He does not market with manipulation. He simply holds signal so clearly that the world orients around him. Clients come, partners align, money flows, not because he needs it, but because his structure can be trusted with it. You know when you've met a man like this, he's not loud, he doesn't flex. He doesn't talk about passive income or generational wealth every second breath, but his field is undeniable. He moves slowly, he speaks simply, he doesn't over-explain, and yet people feel safer when he's in the room. That safety is his currency, that stillness is his wealth. Because when you can hold a clean field in the midst of noise, fear, and urgency, you become the structure others instinctively follow. That's leadership, not influence, not optics, resonance. There was a time in my life when I believed money would set me free. I built platforms, I created offers, I reached for relevance, and it worked for a time. But eventually the energy shifted, the integrity frayed, the current turned cold. Because what I was creating wasn't wrong, but it was being created from a fractured place. And there were many days when I couldn't see it. I justified everything, told myself it was just part of the process. But my field knew. My field was whispering, this money is not clean. This strategy is not sustainable. This pace is not yours. And when I finally listened, everything that was not coherent collapsed. And I let it, because I would rather lose what's profitable than hold on to what is poisoned. And the coherent man walks away from lucrative opportunities when the field says no, not out of fear, but out of structure. Because once your field is sovereign, you cannot force it to house something unclean. You cannot lie to it. You can't override it. You cannot fake resonance. And so you choose money that's fast but entangled, or wealth that is slow but true. If your money feels stuck, check your signal. Check your field. Check your intent. Because you don't need more funnels. You don't need better headlines. You don't need another program launch to validate your worth. You need to become the man that money can trust. The man whose container does not leak. The man whose offers are clean. The man whose voice carries no pressure, only presence. You need to become the architecture that money wants to move through. And when you do, everything changes. Not all at once, not in a straight line, but with rhythm, with integrity, with alignment. This is the wealth of the sovereign man. He builds what he can sustain. He holds what he earns. He never trades clarity for conversion. He is trusted. He is quiet. He is unshakable. He does not sell. He transmits. He does not chase. He holds. He does not perform. He builds. And the world responds. Welcome to The Architect Speaks.